This video is brought to you by the Disc Golf Nerd Patreon support team. Go to patreon.com/discgolfnerd. My people, hello, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're taking a look at what else is in the bag. I just posted my full in the bag video showing you guys the current discs I'm using, flight footage, why I'm using them, all that kind of good stuff. So go check that out if you're interested. I will put it in the end screen of this video. But this video is about what else is in the bag. What is the other gear that I'm carrying and like to have with me whenever I'm headed out onto the course. The bag I'm using is the Upper Park Rebel. This bag holds a lot of different gear for me, has plenty of storage. So this one kind of represents my full loadout, and some of this stuff will also be in my Shift if I'm carrying that bag, but it doesn't have quite as much storage. But still, most of the same fundamental stuff is going to be in that bag as well. I just thought we would simplify it and just look at the Rebel for this video. Speaking of the Rebel and Upper Park Disc Golf, I am a member of Team Upper Park, and if you're in the market for these bags, you can help support me and the channel directly by using my code DiscGolfNerd10 at checkout. You get yourself 10% off anything you need from Upper Park. They've just added a lifetime guarantee on the bags as well, so definitely look into that. I think that's sweet. And the bags are great. I've really enjoyed them. I have a review on the Rebel and the Shift, the Pinch, the Trainer bag, all here on the channel for you to reference. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'll be happy to answer them. But thanks to Upper Park for hooking it up. And in the Rebel, I have some stuff, and we're going to take a look at it. First of all, I have one of these rubber bands, and this is just a really basic stretch band, workout band, essentially. Let me unfold it so I can show it to you a little better. And there it is. There's the brand name on it. Omeril. It's just like one of those Amazon brands. These are probably 10 bucks for a 3-pack. This is the medium, and what I'll do is I'll stretch these out. It's hard to show you because I'm behind the camera, but I'll stretch these out like this, and then I'll lift my arms up over my head and turn my shoulders, turn my core, my hips back and forth while keeping this kind of stretched open, and it helps a lot to kind of fire the muscles in my arms and my shoulders and all that kind of good stuff. It doesn't take up a ton of room in your bag because you can fold it / roll it up. Sometimes I'll just stick it right here too. Easy spot for it to go, and I like having those. I have one in here and I have one in my Shift bag as well. Really nice to get loose before you throw, which is always important in my opinion. In this side pocket here, during the winter, I will have one of these basic kind of long john style thermal shirts. These are relatively thin. It's just like a basic Old Navy one. But these are really nice outer layers for me for the winter for golf because they fit quite well in the bag. A hoodie is a little tight since I'm a big guy. My clothes are typically 3XL for my shirts and stuff because I have a really long torso and very wide. So my hoodies take up a little bit too much room. So these work out really nice. And it's still plenty. I'm almost always taking that off some point in the middle of the round because I'm plenty warm and I don't need it anymore. But it fits great in this side pocket. And in the winter, those are my go-to outer layer unless it's really cold. And then I might just carry a hoodie. In that instance, I'll probably bring my Zuka cart that's sitting behind me here, and then I can carry a more full-size jacket if I really need to. I have a basic towel down here, it's just extra, and then I leave this interior mesh pocket down here completely open at all times to put valuables when I'm playing. Then I have some minis in here. Let's take a look at this stuff. Got one of these old Discraft reusable scorecards. Have not even thought about using that for a long time, but that was my go-to in the pre-UDisc era. That's what I use, so I still have it in case I want to. If I was going to keep my own score, I'd probably be more likely to do that. I don't do UDisc out on the course myself, but when I'm playing with any of the guys, they always have it. Then I have an emergency signal whistle that I keep in there as well. I play rugged courses, you know, if I twisted an ankle or anything like that. My voice does not carry very far. I just don't have a loud voice anyway, and even if you do, after yelling and stuff, trying to get somebody's attention, you could easily lose your voice. That whistle will carry so much more distance and be a much better way to get somebody's attention in an emergency situation. Metal Flake Whale Sax Mini that I got directly from Tina when I met her at Beaver State a long time ago. And this is my Oregon Disc and Wildlife Mini that I love. It's one of my favorite minis that I got from the only PDGA tournament I've ever played. Sake Bomb Challenge. Went to a playoff for the win, and I lost on the second hole. A little useless DGN history here. In this interior here, there's these side pockets that, like these little tuck pockets in here, and I am using these new towels, and I'll keep one in here. This is another thing I got just on Amazon, I think, and Sfee, S-F-E-E is the brand on these. This one came with a large, full-size, like, beach towel, basically, in the same material that I actually really like, and is great for, like, a packable towel for the summer and stuff like that. But this is a micro suede, and I really like this thing. It's super lightweight. I like how bright it is, so if I drop it, I see it on the ground. I'll be more likely to see where it is. And these just work really nice. I lost a couple of towels, and I was looking into some other options to try. I ended up with these, and it's been working out great. I really like that it's got a snap on here rather than a carabiner or Velcro or anything. It's got a really sturdy snap, so I can easily, hang it on one of these D-rings or anything if I need to. But I like to have it loose and just, grab it, dry off my discs, and not have to worry about being attached to the bag at that moment. So I really like having that thing loose, but it is able to be attached. Onto the side of the bag, we got Will Hobbs. He's like the only real kind of bag adornment that I have. Little dude. Check out Will Hobbs on Instagram. He's the man. He hangs out on there just for, just because he's gives me a smile. Reminds me not to take everything so seriously, I think, is part of it, and he's just cute. I like him on the bag. On this side here, this is something relatively new. And I have it wrapped around, have some paper wrapped around it just to post it to keep it from scratching up my bag. And this is a little emery board, has a couple different grits to it, and I'll use this to clean up flashing on discs, which you are allowed to do, and not something I never really did before, but it has been nice on some of the stuff I've gotten recently. It's had a little bit of flashing to it and help kind of break that in a little bit faster. It's totally PDGA illegal to do that. You just can't sand it so much that it changes the flight characteristics, but otherwise you're good. So I will do that. This side pocket, I have a Dynamic Discs stick retriever that Dee Dee sent me to test and review. I've not gotten around to that just yet. I'll probably make that happen relatively soon, but I am keeping this thing with me most of the time, pretty much all the time, because it tucks perfectly right in here. Zip that up and it captures it beautifully. You can use the Velcro on here if you want to. You can actually tuck it here and use this Velcro if you want, but I like it just as well tucked into the pocket, zipped up. It doesn't work itself out of there. And you guys know what that is. Just a really nice thing to have. A stick retriever. Highly recommend it. There's a lot of different ones you can get now, and for the money you'll spend on it and the amount of weight that it takes up in the bag, if you can handle those two things, I highly recommend getting one of those. Just really nice. So much better than trying to find a stick or anything like that. Then I have one of these just standard microfiber waffle towels. I don't know what this one is. Oh yeah, this is my Super Bowl Scramble 2019. This one I folded over, as you can see here, and I just sewed paracord onto it. So pinched it over, sewed it through on both sides, and that hangs it down in the middle so it's not as long, and it tucks perfectly into this pocket, which I like a lot. So if I'm playing a rainy round, this might wipe off like mud and stuff, and then I'll use this orange one to finish drying the disc. I think that works out great. This is a waterproof, scent-proof bag that I have with just some first aid in here. What is in here? Let's take a look. Do a little inventory off camera here. Oh yeah, so in here I got tweezers, I got Band-Aids, I got a flosser. There's a couple of tampons in there in case I get a nosebleed, which tends to happen to me sometimes. I got Benadryl in here. I should have some aspirin in there. That sort of thing. Nothing too crazy. Tweezers are really nice to have. Stop crinkling this while I talk. Tweezers are really nice to have. Band-Aids, obvious thing I think for your bag, but I haven't gotten into that very often. It's not something I need that much. I keep a Wingman Pro in here. You guys might have seen my review on the Wingman Pro. These are extremely fun to just mess around with on the course, play catch with. You know, if you wanted to warm up and play catch, it's about the most fun disc out there because it's so easy to catch and to throw, and they fly awesome. I love that, so I just keep that in the bag because I have the room for it in this side pocket. And what else do we have in here? Looks like I have another loose tampon in there. I got a Sharpie that tucks in there if occasionally you might need it. Bic lighter, never a bad thing to have in there. And then down here, some hand sanitizer. Not only is this good to sanitize your hands, obviously, but shout out to multiple time world champion Juliana Corver left a comment on my Rebel and Shift overview video. And she was saying that you can use this to help remove sap from your hands. If you like lean on a tree, get sap on your fingers, and it works awesome. I've used that before, and it's very, very nice to have. I got a handkerchief down here, and what else? Oh, I got another Sharpie. That's fun and unnecessary. We're discovering stuff on together here. Then I have some basic, super cheap DD sunglasses. These are like the only sunglasses in the world that I like. I've never liked sunglasses. Those $5 DD sunglasses just work out really well. This is some biodegradable soap that I will occasionally want to use out on the course if I get something gross on my hands or something. Haven't used it, but it's nice to have. This is some Gorilla duct tape wrapped around an old defunct Amazon card. Duct tape, you never know. I like to have it with me at all times. So that might be about it, other than my go-to water bottles for the Rebel in particular are these Nalgene Trail Ultralights. So these are 32 ounce standard Nalgene size, but they're a little bit slimmer than the Lexan ones. They have some give to them. They're not stiff and rigid. They hold the same amount though. And these work really nice because they're a little bit lower profile, so they fit absolutely perfect in this bag. I think they look nice. I got the matching pair, and these are great. I cut the little retainer thing off of there because I don't need it. And one thing I will recommend to anybody is once you're done playing your round, get home, rinse out your bottles, and just let them air dry. If you have a metal rack in your kitchen like I do, I just leave them sitting upside down until they completely air dry. Then I'll put the cap back on, put them back in my bag. That way, if you're like a casual golfer like me, you might not get out on the course for a little while. That will prevent your bottles from getting mildewy or anything like that. Other than that, we have another handkerchief that lives up in this top pocket, and I use this every single round. Basically, I use that for sweat or to blow my nose or anything I need. Also, that being in there allows me, I don't have my phone with me, but allows me to put my phone right up in here, point the camera that way, put this thing up on a bench or on my folding stool, and I can film a lot of the shots you guys see on my Instagram and all that kind of stuff. Is filmed recently just like that. With my phone sitting up here, shooting out that way, and picking up everything I'm doing in front of it. So that's it. That's all the rando extra stuff that I have in this bag. It's nothing super crazy. I try to keep it relatively light, but I have a lot of the bases covered. I got the retriever. I have a little bit of emergency supplies. Always got to have water. Always got to have towels. And then, yeah, maybe a couple other fun things you guys might look into for your own bags. Thank you so much for watching. Big shout out to the Disc Golf Nerd Patreon support team. You guys are amazing. Your continued financial support has been huge, really huge. It helps me out so much. I appreciate you all. Thank you once again to upperparkdiscgolf.com. Use my code DiscGolfNerd10 when you're ordering. Get yourself anything you need. I'll talk to you very soon. Cheers.